Hi everyone, this is a question which is quite confusing to you. What type of question it is? So this is a question. It's a personal opinion question, but it has to be written in the discussion style because you have two options here. Option number one is government. Option number two is family. You have to select between these two. So this is the thing here. So I do have the statement here. In some countries, when someone gets old, they often go to live in a home with other older people where there are nurses to look after them. Sometimes the government has to pay for this care. Who do you think should pay for this care? Is the government or the family? So you have two options. And I have to give a rational opinion after discussion. That's why I told you that I have, even though it is a personal opinion question, you have to give your opinion in the beginning itself. From the two options given above, I would choose the first. The first is the government here. Okay. So the first two sentences is the addressing of the topic, and the last sentence is something which we can say is my own opinion. So my why I frame my opinion is discussed in the first paragraph. On the one hand, so this becomes the discussion style. On the one hand, when families are taking care of this population, the first crisis before them is financial burden. So this is the title sentence here. The title sentence is explained here. Okay, the title sentence is explained here to be precise. All these things are there. Okay, now after that we have seen, okay, I have to explain it further because so the title sentence on the one hand, so on the one hand we are going with one particular topic. To be precise, in the sense I am going to explain this thing. So this is connected to this thing. Okay, this expense, which expense, it's somewhere in the previous sentence here. In addition to accommodation, food and entertainment charges. So here it's another connective, although personalized or specialized care can be assured to them. Many families might not have sufficient funds to meet these expenses for a longer duration. So the conclusive things, therefore, so all these things are connected. On the one hand, to be precise, this expense, although, therefore. So the paragraph is tight enough, it's well connected. We don't have any lax relations between the sentences. We have said it very tight, and we have given the examples and the reasons for my opinion there. It's very clear. So I am moving ahead with the next paragraph. So why I have to say that the second option, no, the first option is the, of the two options given above, I would choose the first. The first is the government. So why I have chosen the first. On the other hand, when government is heading this finance, a larger population is benefited. So this is the thing here. A larger population is benefited. For the individuals, family, and society, it is a relief. Many countries levy taxes for this purpose, and at the end, the money is returned by means of this type of geriatric services. So that's a situation. It's understood a larger population. How the larger population is benefited? If the government is not doing so, the responsibility lies only with the families. Often this becomes a responsibility of the voluntary organizations who will struggle to meet their financial demands only through donations. You can say that. On the whole, it is to be understood that the expense would be more evenly distributed when governments are getting this. On the other hand, so it is not the way which we have presented the first thing. So the main thing is the larger population is benefited here. So it is explained in these two sentences there. And then if it's not doing this, so it is a responsibility of the family. It is the responsibility of the voluntary organizations too. And this is the conclusion. It is to be understood that the expense would be more evenly distributed when governments is gearing up this funding. Okay, so that is the thing here. And we are moving ahead with the next particular thing, that's the conclusion. To conclude, it is to be understood that the main issue behind this funding is financial availability, the availability of the fund. So if you are moving ahead with the care for a longer period, you have to suffer. After analyzing the matter in detail, I think it is this is better met the financial availability, the funding. It is better met by the governments rather than individuals. So I prefer governments here rather than the individuals here. So that's the end of this particular task. Okay. I hope you have everyone understood.